Hey there, and welcome to a cozy autumn sculpting video. The calendar has just hit October and I can finally start with some more spooky or Halloween autumn themed sculpting. And as you can see, before I start sculpting, I need to get into the right mood by decorating my home with all of my Halloween decorations. Every October, I enjoy so much going to stores and find more Halloween decor that I can slowly grow my collection with. This year, I was so lucky that I found a tablecloth and some glasses with pumpkins on. I even bought 2 of the tablecloth so I can sew it into some pillows. But I think my home finally looks spooky enough to start sculpting, and I have my trusty ghost cup from last year's collection. The atmosphere is just right, and I think I'm gonna start sculpting a plain pumpkin. As always, I will be using MonsterClay for my sculpting. I have just preheated it in the microwave, so it's all soft and ready to be used. And I use my heat gun to help smooth out the surface. I love that with this clay I can gently draw outlines before committing to them, and if I don't like what I see, I can just remove them with my heat gun again. The last couple of months I have been working on getting a small Etsy shop up and running, and it has been very terrifying and also a lot of fun, but I think it's finally ready for me to open it up. There were so many things for me to figure out, like shipping and taking product pictures and a lot of small things I wasn't really sure how to do. But I really dream about my small creations finding some lovely homes out there. So in the end, I managed to figure it all out. I started my whole hobby of sculpting small faces or little magnets with some Ghibli characters. I first made the No face and then the mask of Princess Mononoke and later a little Totoro, and I loved them so much that I continued and then added other characters as Calcifer and Haku and Gigi, and all of these little magnets are so precious to me. I then started making some small videos on how I sculpted these Ghibli characters, and I got so much positive feedback from friends and people around me that I really felt encouraged to continue with this hobby. And that is when I started making these cozy YouTube videos. Because even though I enjoy making videos for TikTok of my sculpting, I prefer this longer type of content so much more. My brain gets overstimulated so quickly on medias like TikTok or Instagram, so YouTube is definitely what I prefer. And I really wanted to make videos that others could watch and feel cozy, or maybe also get inspired to start sculpting themselves. When I am sculpting or creating something new, I always think about that I want to give some of these things to my friends, and hopefully they will be happy, and having these things in their homes, maybe they will feel like this is a little bit more like their home because it says something about them as a person. I personally love to fill my home with things that small artist has made, or especially when my friends have done something. Like, I have some friends that are so good at drawing, and I just love seeing those illustrations or pictures in my home. Other of my friends are great at crochet or embroidery, and I feel like having these small things around your home says a lot about who's living in this home. So I hope I can create that same feeling for other people. This pumpkin face was actually a suggestion on another video where I asked that when spooky season was here, what should I be sculpting? And one of you guys said that I should make a pumpkin or a ghost face. So this video will be the pumpkin face, and let's see if the ghost face will come next video. We are so lucky that there will be 5 videos in this October since I upload on Thursdays. So you can still suggest anything you would like me to sculpt, because I'm always open for suggestions. Normally, I really don't know what I will be sculpting until the day I sit down and have the clay in my hands, so suggestions are very welcome. But since it is October and I love spooky season so much, I actually have a few ideas I want to make, but I'm sure I will find time for all of them, and also for your suggestions if you should have any. For this pumpkin, I wasn't really sure if I should keep it all blank and clean, or if I should add some more texture to it. So that is why I gently draw the lines on the surface, so I get an idea on how it would look like if I committed and make the lines deeper. But in the end, I decided I liked the texture and went in with my favorite tool. And with that, the little pumpkin face is done. As always with these sculpts, I will have to imagine how it will look like once I have made a mold and casted it in resin and can paint it. And I was enjoying so much sculpting this pumpkin that I wanted to make another sculpt with one of my little cat figures. Maybe I got inspired by Maho joining my side. But before I would start a new sculpt, I needed a fresh cup of coffee and a piece of cake. I was so lucky that the day before my sister had baked a pumpkin spice cake. I mean, what could be more fitting for this sculpting? For this sculpt, I will be reusing one of my casts of one of my cats. My little cat face was my first sculpt I tried to make all on my own, where I wasn't looking at other characters like Ghibli or got inspired from anything else than I just wanted to make a cute cat face. So in a way it feels like it's my own original character. And therefore I feel like it could be fun making this cat in other scenarios. I already did a video where I made tiny hats for it, but I think maybe making some Halloween theme and also later Christmas theme would be so much fun. Feels like I'm expanding the universe for my character. But if we are playing with the idea of this being an original character, I think it should have a name too. Whenever I refer to it in my own head, I always say the simple cat. But I think it definitely deserves a name at this point. Now the big question is, what should I call it? I thought about naming it after my own cat, little Maho, but I am very open for ideas for this simple cat, as I call it. So any suggestions for names are so welcome in the comments. Right now in my little shop I have my Ghibli magnets, but I am planning later this week to also get some of my cats in there. I painted some new designs yesterday, so more cat parents can see themselves in these magnets. Now I just need to figure out how to take product pictures of these cat magnets. And I have no ideas. I don't know what aesthetics I'm going for, if I should go for something colorful or cozy, but I will just try out some things and hopefully the pictures will be okay. Sculpting all of these things is my hobby at the moment, but sometimes I create something that I have so much love and joy for that I want to put it in that shop someday so they can find a good home. But other times I'm not so happy with what I made, like the frog I made in a previous video. I think it's cute, but I don't get that spark of happiness or love when I see that one. But all of these sculpts are part of the process of learning and getting better. I'm still fairly new to this, so I'm still learning and finding confidence in my own sculpting style. With this media of MonsterClay, I pretty quickly found the confidence to make my own sculpts and not take inspiration from other things. And this is quite new to me, because when I was younger I used to draw and paint a lot, but I never gained the confidence to draw or paint any of my own things. I would always take inspiration from other people or other creations. So it's so freeing to have found a media where I get this freedom. Having the confidence to have a vision and then actually make it and it turns out how you imagine it is a quite new feeling, and I almost feel a little bit addicted to it at this point. Having a creative outlet where it's just fun. I'm so gentle with myself with mistakes, or if I don't like the things, I'm okay with it just being part of the learning process. And sometimes I wonder why I have this great connection with sculpting. And maybe it's because when I was a child I used to love sculpting with Fimo or polymer clay. Maybe there is some sort of connection with one of the medias I used to love and enjoy when I was a child and reconnecting with it in my adulthood. Or maybe sometimes it's a matter of finding that creative outlet that is best suited for you. Nevertheless, the cat sculpt got finished too. I feel so happy that I got to finish 2 creations today, and maybe it's the spooky season that's giving me a lot of creative burst. I really hope you enjoyed this cozy video, and I really hope that you will join me in another video again. Until then, have a lovely day.